Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have Gargoyles from Disney. Uh, this Saturday morning series was from 1994 to 1996, short-lived, but it had a good number of episodes. Weirdly enough, like the first season, from what I understand, is like 13 episodes. Then the second season is 52 episodes. And the final season is 13. So technically, if you went by the length of a normal, short season, it's almost 6 seasons, if you averaged them out by the first and last. And so it's actually a lot of episodes of Gargoyles. And as I said yesterday, this is kind of I shouldn't say controversial, controversial, I guess, because it's not your normal Saturday morning cartoon. It's got a lot of complex storytelling, continuity, and it has violence, like actually like people shooting real guns. Not that anybody really gets shot a lot that I've seen so far, but yeah, it's also a humongous fan favorite for all those very same reasons that it's a bit more mature than a lot of other Disney cartoons. It's not always a learn your lesson kind of story at the end of each episode. And even the very first 5 episodes complete a single arc called The Awakening. So this is it is a big departure from, a big departure from your normal half-hour cartoon that you'd find anywhere else, not even just Disney, but anywhere. So this is kind of really, it's amazing. I'm sad that I've not watched it until now, but I'm really happy because after watching about 6 episodes, I'm adding this to my watch list because it is freaking amazing. People who've recommended it over the years, friends of mine, were not wrong. Yes, the animation is still, has a very much, old school feel to it. Not a modern. There's no CGI or anything else, but it still fits with the storytelling. And what's, again, as I always say with these animated series or movies, the strength is on the actors and the voices that you find on here. And Keith David is the lead in this. He plays Goliath, the head gargoyle. He's a big, burly, commanding dude, and Keith David's got the voice for that. And you got there's so many different ones. You got let's see, Frank Welker plays Bronx. Ed Asner plays Hudson. These are 2 other gargoyles. It's a bunch of different gargoyles which perform different roles in the group. One's super young, one's older, one's strong, one's wily, they each have, one's just basically almost a dog. He's nonverbal, and of course that's by Frank Welker, because Frank Welker is great at doing all of the animal, non-human noises and voices you've heard in just about every cartoon that's ever existed. He's a mastermind at this. But a few of the other voices you might recognize are Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis from Star Trek: The Next Generation. So yeah, number 1 and Deanna Troi are very much in this, especially the first few episodes that I've seen anyway. I watched the entire first 5 full arc, and number 6, which is sort of a one-off, I think. Again, all these stories connect together. It's one big story. But in number 6, they fight a group called the Pack. And they're just TV celebrity action heroes that, strangely enough, are actually physically fit enough to fight real ninjas, apparently, or in their case, they actually do fight fake ninjas. But among those voices is Clancy Brown, which you've heard a zillion billion times. And if you don't recognize the names that I'm saying here, honestly, just look up the names and you'll look at their history and you'll be like, okay, yeah, I've heard them. I know that actor. I know that actress. It's pretty dang amazing. There's tons of other people. Let me look at this. I'm going through the list. Even Tom Wilson from Back to the Future, Biff, makes an appearance in here. Laura San Giacomo, John Rhys Davies from Sliders, and, well, of course, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's an endless array of characters, and I cannot wait to get through this entire series. This is one of those things that I imagine there's been talk of people making a live-action remake of this at some point, but you never know. We'll see. It's up to Disney, really, at this point, I imagine. Make enough noise, they might do it for you. But yeah, it's if you have any idea what the story's about, it seems a little weird here. There's a dragon, looks like he's riding a motorcycle here in this in that picture. It's really about this first century castle that's getting sieged by Vikings. It's in Scotland. Scottish are defending it, and they've got gargoyles that defend it, but only at night. So they're getting attacked at the daytime, and they have to wait till night for the real action to happen to save their butts. So when the sun sets, the gargoyles come to life, and they lay waste to the Vikings and run them off. Unfortunately, they get tricked, and things get a little out of sorts, and somebody places a curse on them so that the the gargoyles. Did I say dragons earlier? Ah, dang, that's awful. Sorry. The gargoyles, the gargoyles are stuck in their stone form until the castle, something about it rises above the clouds or something like that. Some sort of curse. So they get all turned to stone as they in their normal daytime mode, and they are stuck that way for centuries until somebody comes along and buys the entire castle and moves it brick by brick, gargoyle by gargoyle, on top of a skyscraper in New York City. Modern day New York City. Well, 90s New York City. So, because the Twin Towers are still there too. Yeah, so until the sun sets, or until the castle rises above the clouds, they cannot come back to life. And the person who did this knowingly did this because he had read the legends about the gargoyles, and it came true. So the gargoyles are released from their centuries-long exile as stone monsters, and now they're free to live their life in New York City, but they find it's not easy. They find a few allies, one in particular, but who in the form of a police officer, named Eliza. Yeah, Detective Maza. So they find her as an ally, but there's a whole lot more enemies out there looking to use them for their own nefarious means, or just take them out altogether. And yeah, it's a little bit twisty and soap opera-y, a little bit. Not soapy in that sense, but not so much soap opera-y as a good. It's just a good fantasy series set in the modern day world. So yeah, I highly recommend this. I spent enough time telling you about it, but yeah, this is worth. It's all the complete thing is here on Disney Plus. So if you get a chance, seriously, and you didn't do it last night or today, I should say, take the time. And if you like this kind of stuff, I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised by Gargoyles on Disney Plus. So right now we're going to pick tomorrow's selection. 734. 734 is way down at the bottom. Okay. 734. I don't know what this is. It's a movie. It's called Valiant. 734, Valiant. All right, well, that's our pick today. I imagine maybe it's a Disney Channel movie. I have no idea, but maybe it's animated. We'll see. But I'll see you back tomorrow here with a Valiant of the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. See you then. Bye.